What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all. So, Kenya, girl, let's talk about it. All right, y'all. So let's talk about it. So Kenya was on Tamron Hall today, and she actually spoke about the situation between her and Britt Edie. And it seems like she is taking full accountability for the part that she played in the whole illicit picture situation. So I actually have the clips and the actual whole conversation that she had with Tamron Hall. So let me play that for you.
Start anything, I respond. So during this taping, the young lady escalated it to the point of tearing off mics, screaming all kind of obscenities at me, and threatening me. I felt threatened.
So let me pause here because I have to be fair to this person, Brittany Edie. She has nothing on her Instagram about this. I've never met her.
It's been deleted.
There's nothing on her Instagram about this.
Yes.
We reached out. She did not respond to her. And I actually don't want to litigate her actions because I do believe people don't get to respond to pick how you respond.
They do not get to choose how you respond.
But you have to be accountable for how you respond.
100%.
So whatever, which I have no tape of, I don't know what happened. You've explained to the audience that there was some escalation and some things that went on there. But going to your reaction to it, so you're alleging this thing happened between you, the two of us. You think her behavior or alleged behavior was because she wanted to make a name for herself on the show. Okay, I don't know any of that.
Right.
Take me to the salon, because I'm all proud because you have a new salon. You're opening this new business, and no one is talking about you opening their business. They are reports that you had.
It overshadowed it.
You overshadowed it.
Yes.
This is what happened. They are saying you had these pictures of her.
Yes. Okay, let me tell you what happened. So from that night where all of this stuff happened and there were threats in my direction, and I felt very concerned. I told the producers, I'm concerned, I'm scared, and I kind of feel like they said, oh, we'll take care of it. And it didn't feel like it was taken care of. They actually made me feel like I was being like a black Karen. Like, here Kenya goes again. Nothing really happened. They were joking or something. I don't take threats or the way that I felt. You can't invalidate my feelings. And it was a real concern. Validate my feelings, and it was a real concern for me. I'm a single mom with a beautiful child that if anything happened to me, no one would be there for her.
So you felt threatened by some actions that happened?
Yes, and she repeatedly said, or it was said, that you don't know who I am. So I didn't feel like I was being protected, and I took matters into my own hands.
What did you do?
I did my research on her. I found a lot of information, especially in the explicit world, with a few clicks, with people helping me. I didn't get things sent to me, photos or videos that I did see, allegedly that were her. And I said, okay, if no one else is going to step up for me and protect me, I'm going to protect myself, and I'm going to tell everyone what I found out about her. It's a receipt. And before I joined Housewives of any franchise, 5 years in, we made up the term receipts, right?
Yeah.
If you find dirt on someone or somebody is messing with you, you come back with what? A receipt.
Right.
I found a valid receipt found on the internet.
So you knew that Bravo was recording your
Yes, it was
salon.
during a taping. Everyone signed waivers. It was during a taping. I didn't stand out on a corner, posting anything. It was during a taping. And we know, even with nudity that has happened on the show, they blur things out. So at the end of the day, I knew that they would likely blur it out because whatever it was that I found, they didn't like the receipt. It was explicit. And they didn't like, I found a lot, but I only showed one.
Okay, so at the salon, you have these images up that you say you found on your own.
I pulled them out at some point.
So they were up. At some point, you pulled them out.
That was one part of it, yes.
But they're up.
Yes.
Okay.
They
And
were
so
shown.
you assume that they would be blurred out when this aired.
Of course they would. They can't show
Because
nudity.
they can't show this.
Yes.
Were you building a moment? I mean, I know you said the other person was trying to make a name for themselves, allegedly. Were you trying to have a Kenya moment doing this, and it backfired?
I don't think that it's a Kenya moment. I live my truth. You've
But
seen
you're
me
the shade assassin.
I'm the shade assassin, but my moment is my life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed that Kenya allowed a girl like Britt Edie to knock her off her square this badly to where she had to make a public apology. And in my opinion, I feel like she made this a public apology to keep her job at Bravo and keep the door open. Because if they never made Phaedra apologize, but still had Phaedra floating around the Bravo building so they could throw her in on different reality shows, then why does Kenya need to apologize? And to me, the pictures that were found, I don't consider that revenge PORN, mainly because Britt was an XX model and a cam girl, and I still have the link to the show that she was doing with Stevie J called Penthouse Pets, where they were basically gonna pick the best penthouse pet, and she was called the Pet Wrangler. So I think the pictures that Kenya found were pictures of her doing her old like photo shoots and stuff like that. But the fact that Kenya pretty much said that that girl threatened me and the network didn't take it seriously, so I took matters into my own hands, is a problem. Should she have posted those pictures or shown those pictures? No, because that's an HR nightmare. But I also feel like, why did the network not take how Kenya fell into consideration seriously? Because this is the same Kenya who's got dragged across the floor by Portia, and we never heard of her going to HR. The same Kenya that got into it with Nene, and we never saw her go to HR. But this girl threatens her with a pew pew, because that's the rumor, talking about she got something for Kenya, and they never, and like she comes to y'all with a complaint, and y'all aren't like trying to make sure everything's okay. I do think Kenya took it too far if she in fact did post those pictures of that girl. But this like apology just feels like I'm apologizing so I can keep my job and I can be back on the show next season. Because in the same breath of her being on with Tamra Hall, she also talked about how Andy and her are actually like, he's been the most supportive to her, and she feels like it's important for her point of view to be showed, so she wants to be at the reunion. So let me play that clip.
Camera. I've had some conversations, and you know who has been such a great support system for me during all this? Andy Cohen. He has called, he has checked on me, he has given me advice, and I feel like he's a really good friend, and I just appreciate the support. And so many people at the network, that was my family for 12 years. Yeah. You know, I love them, and I feel like they love me. It was just a really unfortunate situation.
You could pop up on like a reunion show.
I could.
Would you say yes to popping up on a reunion show?
I think it's important to have my point of view because I haven't done interviews. I haven't had my say. And so that's a little bit strange for me. I'm here today because you asked me to come to tell my side of the story. And I appreciate that because I feel like this is a safe space. It's always been a safe space, and I trust you. But it's unfortunate because I started off as a housewife, longest running on this series, and now I don't have a voice.
So we definitely could see Kenya returning as well as coming to the reunion. I feel like she should be there if they're going to keep her story. And if they're going to bring up what happened at the hair salon, then Kenya needs to be there to tell her side, the same way Britt should be there to defend herself, and vice versa. But again, I'm just disappointed that Kenya allowed herself to get, like, you took it too far to where now you put your job in jeopardy, and now you have this reputation, which you already had a reputation, but now this solidifies it for a lot of people of you just being a vile person, when I don't think that's the case with Kenya. I just think she misstepped, and she misstepped horribly, and now she's suffering the consequences of it. But hopefully her taking full accountability for her part in it might leave the door open for her to still be a part of the show next season, because I think they gonna need it. So another update was posted, and it's about the Teddi Mellencamp, Edwin affair situation. So this was posted by Page 6. So let me get the article and read it for you guys. So it starts off like this. It says Teddi Mellencamp's estranged husband, Edwin Aravo, y'all know me and last name, had an affair years before. The RHOBH alum owned cheating scandal sources. So it says Teddi Mellencamp's estranged husband, Edwin, allegedly had an affair with a woman named Missy during their former couple's 13 years marriage. Page 6 exclusively reveals multiple sources with direct knowledge of the situation tell Page 6 Edwin, 47, romanced Missy between 2015 to 2016, with one source saying it lasted at least a year and another saying it was closer to 6 months. The first sources claimed to us Missy was Mellencamp's best friend, while the second source insisted the woman maybe interacted 4 times at most. Our sources say Mellencamp 43 found out about the dalliancy in March of 2016 as she was going through the audition process for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which she joined in season 8, which premiered in December of 2017. It goes on to say Mellencamp has previously admitted that she and Edwin almost divorced that year. Our second source says Edwin was ready to leave Mellencamp when she found out about the affair with Missy, but the former Bravo celebrity didn't want to break up and asked to work things out. According to our sources, Edwin then made a commitment to Mellencamp and closed that chapter of his life. That source notes that while the Skyline CEO was unfaithful to Mellencamp, it led to a period of self-reflection and renewed focus on family and faith. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. Something about this is starting to feel fishy. And it feels like this is a scheme set up by Todd to bring us back the bull. Shouts out to Aunt Bertha. Because I don't know. I think what threw me off is I was scrolling and I saw the paparazzi pic of Teddi and Edwin on the sidewalk where she looks depressed and she has like a suitcase and it's just one suitcase. I said, girl, you got more than that. And then Teddy's home and Edwin's home is huge and it's beautiful. So I'm like, why are you on the sidewalk? I don't know. Something about this just seems kind of like force, but then again, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to me that someone, they cheated on each other. I do think it's kind of crazy that she kept him around, but then again, I also think that she was pregnant around that time. Well, no, the second season she got pregnant, but I think she also recently had a baby, like when she got on season 8 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know. I know it's easier said than done to tell somebody to leave their marriage. I know that there's levels to it. I know some people are like, there's respectful cheating. I don't know. All I know is there ain't no way you gonna cheat on me, I keep you, and I cheat on you, and you dump me. There's just no way. I also feel like everybody's wrong in this situation except Simon, the horse trainer's pregnant wife. She seemed to be the only one that didn't cheat. So there's that. So the last thing we're going to talk about is Dorit and PK. So this was posted by No Smoke No More yesterday, and it says, Dorit and PK Kemsley $7.5 million Los Angeles mansion is now in pre-foreclosure after months of missing payments, the U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal. So it goes on to say the U.S. Sun has obtained records that show a notice of default was filed against the 7,100 square feet Encino, California estate on October the 16th, 2024. Records state that the home had 4 or more missed payments leading to pre-foreclosure, meaning the lender has begun the process of foreclosing the home. The Los Angeles County registrars confirmed that no repayments has been received yet. Due to it still being in pre-foreclosure, Dorit 48 and PK 57 have time to save their home and can do so by immediately repaying any missed payments in a lump sum. So it's definitely given Dorit gonna be working for that check. I just saw something on Twitter where I think Dorit was doing an interview and someone asked her, how do you feel about people saying that the reason why you're so vocal this season is because you were in fear of losing your job? And she was like, she don't believe rumors. I was like, girl, that's not a rumor. They were really about to get rid of you from the fans' perspective because you was giving us nothing. So I definitely think she gonna be on one, because it's definitely given that her and PK were already having money troubles before this season. Like, everybody has been feeling that way about Dorit, especially with the rumblings that have been online of all these articles about him having money trouble. It's definitely given that. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. And as always, remember to be bravely authentic and definitely hop down in the comments below and share your thoughts with me. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.